recording will start soon. Now we are recording week 13, 1-3. Almost done with the semester, people. So I want everybody in turbo because April 21st, the system closed. And yes, and the semester is over. All the faculty have to provide your grades and move fast so you can have your grades and be ready for the ones that are continuing in Reformed. I wish everybody, but some of them will be graduating or some of them have different goals. And I don't want to talk about it now because I don't want it. Okay, let's go activity 13. But before we go to activity 13, I'm going to show you some images that I want to share with you. Self-qual questions example. What I'm sharing with you here is an example of a survey. What is survey? A questionnaire with questions, items that are made to detect the opinion of the group about certain things, certain aspects. Like when you complete the evaluation here, as I was telling you, when you complete the evaluation in Reformed University, this is a way that Reformed University have to understand, to know, to having information about how effective they are providing you courses, how effective we are the teachers. We are being evaluated from all of you. So this is a special week in Reformed University because we're going to get your comments. So this is one of the ways the institution know the effectiveness, measuring the opinion of their customer, in this case, the students that you are. Dimensions of service quality is another concept that I would like to know. What is that? ServQual is a system created for Parasunaman, is the last name of the creator, Parasunaman. So this person, investigator, this researcher, create this system to detect the effectiveness. It's called like this, ServQual. It's already established. And they measure several aspects in the organization, tangible aspects. For example, physical facility. Every time you go to Reformed, if you're satisfied with the facility or not, this is tangible element. Reliability. So how able is Reformed to provide you service as institution? Responsiveness, to provide you fast service. Some of you call me and say, nobody's taking my phone call. I'm calling you to your cell phone because nobody helped me. Responsiveness. So how you will measure that if you are measuring Reformed University? And assurance, including competence, courtesy, credibility, and security. How you will evaluate Reformed University in the courtesy of the employees every time you go to the school in person, or you make a phone call, or you talk with the teacher. How is the courtesy that they show to you? Or don't imagine Reformed, imagine any kind of business that we always mentioning in these classes. Empathy, including access, communication, understanding the customer. All of these aspects that I'm mentioning here are used in the ServQual dimensions of service quality. People, you know, I learned this in the doctoral program. We didn't study that in bachelor when I was in bachelor. Nobody talked about that. I just saw this in my doctor program. So, email, I love it. I love it because you can see so much more information that some people see in the past. I love that. So, organization by quadrant. What is that? Actually, if you have your agenda, some agendas, I'm fun that you have your agenda, right? Like traditional agenda like this, right? So if you do that, why I'm pushing you to have your agendas? Because you can plan your day. And I want that you as individual have this ability to plan your day. Make a list. If you don't want to get complicated, make a list. I have to call the veterinarian because I have to take my dog. Take the dog to the veterinarian. You have something. Do my exercise. 10 minutes in the morning walking. Put it in the agenda. I have to call my mother. Put in the agenda. I have to buy a new book. Look information for a new book that I want to learn about. Anything, put it in the agenda, put it there. But how important is the things that you need to do? That's why we have this in the screen. I'm showing my screen because I'm so excited talking about the screen. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. I was like, I'm not sharing my screen. If you have to say something, I repeat, if you have to say something, say it. Please, 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 even if it's one word, say it. Because it will help us to make the class better, faster, nicer, and everything. So this, what you see on the screen is the organization quadrant. All of these things that I'm telling you, you will see in the activity, except for this thing, except for the organization quadrant. The rest of the things, as I have mentioned, you're going to see in the activity with me now. Okay, so organization by quadrant, what that means is to have, as you plan your day in your agenda, let's start with the simple, right? If you plan your day in your agenda, you can put what is urgent, not urgent, and you can make a square in the agenda. I'm going to do it with you now. I make a square, and I can detect what is urgent, not urgent, and what is not important or important. There are some things that are urgent and important. Some things are urgent that need to be done, but they are not considered important because they are not, how I can say, part of the survival things. You will qualify your activities depending your day, okay? But this is an idea how to organize yourself. Some agendas come with this square done. I saw some people offering this kind of agendas. And also remember, this is a practice that is being doing in business area. But I'm showing you in the individual life of you and also in your business or professional area, okay? It can apply for all of this. So here, look at the screen because I'm going to show you something in the activity that you will see, the PDCA cycle. What is that? It comes from the organization system, I think from General Electric, and that's part of that. Plan, do, act, and check. Remember when we speak about the cycle of organization, planning, directing, controlling? This remind me that. This remind me that. Okay, so but here it's planning, do, act, and check. Plan, create a plan, like when you do in your agenda or in your business area. Do, executing the plan. Act, adjust process as needed, for example, and check, see the results, the effectiveness. We're going to talk about effectiveness now. Value stream map. What is this on the screen? You will see on in the activity. That's what I wanted that you see the image with your eyes. So I'm showing in the screen right now the value. Yes, I have the... Yes, I have the speakers on. Sometimes I feel so lonely here, so I want to make sure I'm not alone. A value stream map. What is that? It's a process that helps you to avoid the waste of time in order to provide products to your customer or service. Buy. That's what it is. Instead of wasting time that make your customer less satisfied with the value stream map, like we are trying to do, is to avoid the unnecessary step. Bye. That's it. Simple. Okay, let's keep going. Don't worry because you're going to see this soon. Okay, here, lean management. Lean management. Another way. What I'm showing in the screen is different ways that the organizations have been established in order to improve their effectiveness. That's why I'm showing all of these images in the screen. So here, another way to improve the effectiveness is the lean management. What is that? Focusing the customer needs. It's a cycle that provides the products and services that the clients are looking for. And it's proposing you certain aspects. Identify value. What is identify value? What I'm going to give to my client? What make my product service special? Map the value stream. Remember when I tell you value stream, avoid unnecessary steps so the customer has faster service. For example, let's put you as a student in Reforme. Look at what happened. I'm going to tell you. I observing, okay? Observing when you go to the school in person. Somebody that is new from zero, right? They go to the school. Sometimes they are looking for some people in the school. If they are not there, now they waste their time because I can explain them what to do, but maybe they have some questions. I have to be checking who can answer. This is real example live, right? So how the Reformed University can avoid the waste of time when the student goes, because actually sometimes you go Friday to the school and nobody's there. They don't work Friday, but sometimes you didn't know or you didn't realize. So how we can avoid those steps that are constantly bothering, let's say this word, bothering the students in Reformed University? So this is what map the value stream, avoiding the unnecessary step and creating flow, make it work in the way that the customer can obtain what they need. Establish pool, maintaining the need, okay, promoting the need in the customer. And once the customer requests our product or service, we are in a continuous improvement. How we can know what we have to improve? With your opinion, with the customer opinion. For example, it's a way that we can see if we are doing right or wrong. And that's it. In simple approach, right? So this is the lesson that we have today in a quick explanation. But I wanna make you a proposal. I wanna make you a proposal. This morning, I received a call. This morning, right? I received a call. This morning from the owner of Facebook. The owner of Facebook, the founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, right? He called me this morning and he told me, Bielka, we need your help because today you are speaking about effectiveness in the class, right? They knew that for some reason. They are Facebook. They know, they are looking my stuff. And they want to know if my students in my class were able to develop an effectiveness study for the corporate customer of Facebook. They want to know if you can measure the effectiveness for Facebook customer from corporate customer. And they told us that they will be giving $3 million to have the result of the research. But we need to have these results today, 6:51, and they have $3 million for the class. Okay, $3 million that will be shared with all of you. $3 million today. They will share $3 million today. So if we have to do this, we have to do this research for Facebook. You're ready or no? Are you ready? Yes or no? People, wake up. Okay.
Yes, we are ready.
Thank you, Leticia. Please, somebody, at least somebody.
Yes, I'm also ready.
Thank you, Farzana. Thank you, Leticia. So Leticia and Farzana are ready to do the research for Facebook. And so, because nobody else tell me, they will have the $3 million, only them. So 1.5 for Farzana and 1.5 for Leticia. Bruna, you send me something. You don't want to be part of this research.
I do want.
So, okay. So the $3 million will be for Bruna, Farzana, and Leticia. So 1 million for each one. Nobody else want to participate in the research? Nobody?
Professor, of course that I will participate.
Okay, thank you, Rodrigo. So now Rodrigo is part of this $3 million. So now we got 4 people that are going to get the $3 million. Nobody else want to help me to do this.
Me too.
Thank you. Leticia, tell me. Leticia want you now. Okay, so now we have 5 persons. So tell me, people, we have 5. Rodrigo wants to participate. Cha, let me take a note of this because I need to make sure I put my millions in the right hands. I don't want to make mistakes. Tanya said she wanted to participate, and also Bruna tell me, and Leticia, my two Leticia Bonia, and I have Tanya. Yes, Tanya raised her hand. Okay, people. So I have all my names. I think I have all my names. I don't want to miss anybody. Rodrigo, Bruna, Leticia, Cha, Tanya. Yes. So I think I'm missing somebody. People, if I miss somebody, tell me. So what you will do, what we will, you, because I don't going to earn anything. It's you. The money is for you. I'm just going to be here guiding you so you can obtain your millions, okay? But what you will do if we have to do this research for Mark Zuckerberg, what we will do, remember, they want us, you, I'm just here, your helper. They want you to develop a research to measure the effectiveness for the customer from Facebook. How are we going to make this happen? What ideas you have to obtain this $3 million today? What ideas you have in your mind? We need to have the information today. How are you going to get it? We need to know if the customer or Facebook are satisfied with Facebook, the corporate customer, no person like us. Corporations that use Facebook in their advertising and stuff like that. So what you will do?
Maybe we could start doing some resource to get the main informations. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. That's something. Now you have idea. You know how to start. Yes. So, what else? No, something comes to your mind. We need to get this million, so we cannot be shy here. We have to get the millions. My advice to you, I like make the things happen. I driven to my results. So I tell you this, some of you know this before because I always pushing you with that. But if you go to your manage your Google account, if you click on that, manage your Google account, You have a tool that help you to measure the effectiveness if you have a project that you want to do. So you click forms and you click on blank, and we can create a research to detect satisfaction for customer, corporate customer. Corporate, I think I make mistake. Okay, customers, Facebook. So we need to create this research today because we don't gonna lose the millions that we have, okay? I mean, I don't want that you lose the millions. So satisfaction here, I fixed that word. And I have to ask to my customer in a scale of 1 to 5, of 1 to 5, how satisfied you are with the service. Somebody want to say something? So again, this is a little bit like primary. It's not maybe the best, but let's do this. Multiple choice grid? No. I'm gonna do checkbox grid. Okay. So I'm gonna do service. What other aspect I will need to measure from Facebook? What you recommend me to what do you recommend me to study? Remember, we are doing the research for Mark Zuckerberg.
More engagement with the customer.
Engagement with customer. Who tell me that? Who is the voice? What's talking?
Tanya.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much for this. So, of course, this is a little bit, kind of, it's not what I need. No, because you're telling me wrong. It's because I'm not doing properly, because I'm trying to do it fast for all of you, but it's just to you to see. It's for you to see, okay? It's not the best way that I usually teach you how to do it. But yeah, it's an idea. So Tanya recommends us engagement with customers, something we need to give some shape. But if you want to start with your survey for Mark Zuckerberg, remember he called us this morning, I'm going to send a link to the customers on Facebook. Look what I'm doing. And I have my link that I'm going to put on the chat here, and I can provide my links to my corporate customer on Facebook, and they can complete my survey. Okay, imagine that we're creating a real survey that can be answered by people, okay? By corporate customer. And so here we have a way to start. With Google Forms, I always pushing you to use this tool because it's a free tool that you don't have to pay or something. It's just in your Gmail, in your personal or reformed Gmail. And you can click on form and you can start to create a survey for anybody, every person that you want. If you want to measure the effectiveness of Facebook or any other project that you have. For example, Jejin, which is manager in a retail industry, she can measure I always take Jejin as example. You forgive me, Jejin. But if she want to measure the satisfaction of her customer in her store, she can use this form and do it. Or my student here, they have different projects. You can measure the effectiveness of your projects, of your companies. If you create a survey like this with the aspect that Tanya recommends us, for example. So I am going to congratulate my ones that say yes right away because Leticia and Farsana, I think they were the first one that say yes, and they didn't have any doubt right away they say yes, which is a good attitude to have every time we are in any kind of business. But yeah, anyway, let's go to this chapter here real quick. I know that some of you know more about this tool because I push you a lot in other courses with the Google Forms, so you can do your research. And also, there are more ways to do your research. For example, Reformed University use Google Jot Forms, which is another form. I know that you are familiarized with that because Reformed use it a lot. But also, we have SurveyMonkey. I speak with some of you about SurveyMonkey. It's a tool, but for to use it up properly, it's better that we pay because it's specialized on that. SurveyMonkey is not, it's around $200 something, but for my advice for you, if you are working with a project that needs a research that you have to, some organizations with budget, you can use SurveyMonkey because it's a great tool. It's awesome, actually. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite, I can say, in the research area, surveymonkey.com. But yes, it needs payment to use it properly. Okay, it is for example, if you are in an organization that have their budget for this, they will pay you with no problem. $300, $500 a year is nothing, and you can have your SurveyMonkey. So this is our chapter today, chapter 13, search for efficiency and effectiveness. And I was showing you some tools that help you to do that. And my favorite for projects that needs to be done quickly, like the Mark Zuckerberg project today, it's Google Form, and you can start to do your qualitative research for your satisfaction, for example, or to detect aspects like we study in SERV-QUAL, for example, facilities. Remember that SERV-QUAL study that. Also, SERV-QUAL, remember, measure the responsiveness and how caring you are with your customer. Something that Tanya tells us too, because she mentioned engagement, which is something we can use in SERV-QUAL as a part of that. Okay, time management, very important to consider in this chapter, talking about efficiency. And remember, I always tell you this over and over, these little devices, use it in your benefit. Use it in your benefit, because if we don't use this in our benefit, instead of creator, we become consumer of these little things I have in my hand, the cell phone. It's a waste of time that don't help you to improve in your time management. So be very observant of your actions every day. Every time you take this thing in your hand, cell phone in your hand, because if you get entertainment, you can lose some opportunities to grow and to improve in your performance and in your best practice in your businesses. Okay, so time management, very important, and try to use your phone in your favor, no the opposite. That's what I was showing you a few minutes ago. I was showing you this on the screen. Is the organization by quadrant. My organization, I'm gonna tell you how I do. You can use the quadrants in your personal life and in your business life. In my individual organization, I like the list. I make my list, but some experts say that the quadrants are the best way to organize. I don't know if you do by yourself like that. What kind of organization tips you can give us as individual, because those individual tips can help us in organization matter, in business area. You know what I mean? And for your teams as leaders, you can use the same methods and you can create your file in Excel to organize the activities that we need to do. And you can put a column that call importance, high, low, etc. So you can give sense of urgency to your team. Don't forget this part because will help you in your professional life. I repeat again, every time you have a project in your business, even if you are owner, president, vice president, manager, director, or any kind of employee, customer service, you name it. If you organize your task by importance, you can develop your skill. And if you start from now, let's say we are customer service, we are clean the company, it doesn't matter because as soon as you prove in the tiny commitments, your management skills, don't worry, you're gonna get to the places that you want. It's just matter of time as soon as you put the effort that you need. So every day you have 24 beautiful hours to prove to yourself that you can do it in the tiny and in the high level commitments. But you have to start today, now, right now, 7:08, to be committed with these high level goals. Because if you don't do it now, what's going to happen is that sometimes you say, no, once I have my own company, I will be organized. Oh, once I am president, I will be organized. Once I'm manager, I will be. No, it's today, it's now. As soon as you are loyal in the tiny things, you will be loyal in the huge project. So this is in general what is the time management. In personal life, try to put blocks in your assignments, your activities, everything you have to do in your life. For example, I'm gonna be finished in 1 hour on this activity non-stop. Don't look me the phone. Don't go anything else. Some people use the 80-20 rule. So they, I am... Sorry, I have missed words in my head. But some people use, like for example, they spend 20 minutes doing an activity and they stop 10 minutes to do something else. So you have little prizes. Maybe this is not the word I want, but little prizes once you have 20 minutes doing an activity constantly. This is something you can do too. If you are not fan of 1 hour dedication, you can have little stops. This is recommendations in your, professional, personal life. So what you see on the screen is the same that we are talking. For example, this is like a commitment of Kobe's time management. For example, he put here, find more time for reading, control my temper, so stuff like that. And this is so good. I read that because when we make mistakes, we tend to be so hard with ourselves. Oh, today I made this mistake. Okay, fine. You make this mistake. Good. You learn. And next time you have, tomorrow you have 24 days again to correct it and to improve. Be observant with you and your business area, okay? So this is more information about how to manage your time. Delegation, I have a lot of challenge with that part, so something good to have in mind. Delegate, for example, trust in others to do certain activities. Learn to say no. another area that I promise to you, I have a lot of challenge for me to say no. It's kind of hard. If it's difficult for you to say no, make the exercise. Say no, 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 no. Because, people, every time you say yes, yes, yes to everybody, oh, yes, I will help you with this, I will help you with this. You are in the middle of your work and you keep saying yes, 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 everybody asking you for help, but you need things to do, right? Because you're receiving, let's say you work for somebody, you receive a pay to do something, but you're not doing because you're helping this one, this one, this one, this one. Sometimes you have to say no. And this is something that we have to say no. I include myself because I need help on this too. Okay? Learn not to procrastinate. Leave the things for tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. Do it the way you can now, but do it. Okay? Manage email. Right now, we cannot say a lot email, but social media is consuming time. So be careful of that. Okay, learn to find private time. What is that? Have time to do your own stuff, or simple. Sometimes you have to sit down and think. As though 3 years ago, I was like no fan of this, but now I realize, yes, the people need that. The people need it because if not, they cannot develop better projects or better ways to have a better life. Let's say this way. But well, let's keep talking about efficiency. We saw some tools about efficiency already. I showed you the cervical, the lean management. I think we miss the General Electric system, which is the Six Sigma. You're going to see it on the activity now with me. And this is the Six Sigma comes from General Electric. I don't know if you have experience with this kind of systems. And this is a whole university to learn all of these aspects. And they usually, when you are in these efficiency programs, the company usually have a huge training on that. But it's good that you know and have idea about what we are talking about. So every time you hear this Six Sigma or lean management, all of these are systems to improve the efficiency. That's the main thing that I would like that you keep in your mind, because I know it's a lot and maybe we won't remember any of that in 3 hours later. Yes, I know it's something that we don't use every time. But again, don't forget the companies establish several systems to improve their operation. For example, avoid the waste, avoid the trash, and maintain sustainability. What is that? Better environment for the next generation. Another aspect, service and product that the customer receive, avoiding the waste of time. I was telling you, for example, in Reformed University, if the students go to the school, they go Friday, they don't find anybody, they waste their time. How we can avoid the wasting time of my student? How I can avoid the frustration when they are in the middle of the early registration and the courses they want are full? What I can do to avoid the level of frustration of the student as a school? Recommend me things, recommend me. I am doing, for example, in my case, this is real life, right? Real life examples that I have to deal. I want to offer you all the courses that I can that make you better or make you more focus, driving to the results, creating your own business, creating new ways to be entrepreneur, not only entrepreneur and intrapreneur. What is entrepreneur? Remember, being proactive, even if you work for somebody else. But to be an entrepreneur, I want that you be entrepreneur all your life, even if you work for somebody else. Okay, fine. But I want that you have in your head the entrepreneurial and entrepreneur mindset. Because if I don't put this in your life, I want to improve you as individual, and you won't be able to provide more to the companies that you are or the business that you are. Anyway, but let's keep going, right? If you have ideas or something you want to share about this efficiency system, do it. Do it with me. And maybe you have some tools or some resource that you use by yourself that you find they work for you in your professional, individual, or personal life. Share with us so we can learn from you. Okay, so let's keep going. You can talk anytime, okay? So, what I'm showing in the screen right now is what I was telling you about cervical. Also, those aspects that the customer looks or the customer we want to measure when we are doing research. Remember when I was telling you the example that Mark Zuckerberg called us and he requests a research and what we will do, what we can measure to understand that our customer, corporate customer is satisfied with the service that Facebook provides to them, because the corporate customer of Facebook provide them a huge amount because they invest in advertising for Facebook. So Facebook needs to know if they are satisfied. For example, they have Meta Business Suite that I always talk about that in the courses, because this is the tool they have for business owners, okay, or administrators like you. Meta Business Suite is a free tool, okay? Okay, so here, ServQual, what I was talking before, look at the definition formally, is instrument that can be useful to measure our effectiveness. And what kind of dimension ServQual analyze? Tangible. I was telling you, for example, in this case of the phone, the physical phone, how satisfied I can be with the size, or how satisfied I can be with the appearance, okay? Things like that. Reliability, we mentioned all of this, so I don't want to take too much time, but pay attention to these aspects. We won't learn everything is like by memory. I know. It's okay. But at least, again, an idea about ServQual measure aspects of the quality of the appearance, reliability. I'm going to keep the example that Tanya gave us because it was wonderful. She said engagement, how care, how much is the care for your clients, responsiveness, how quick, how easy you respond. For example, sometimes I told you today I received call of a student frustrated for this reason or the other. So how good is our responsiveness as in university? Something important to know. Empathy, assurance, so trust and confidence. My ones that are in the class e-commerce, I was giving you comments about the consumers in India using e-commerce, the trust, how much they trust in the business is very important, was very important for the customer in the research that we mentioned before. So something important to think about, okay? Because you as an administrator will be responsible to provide this message to your employees, to your customer, and promote the trust in you as a leader, in your product, or in your service, okay? So how, for example, me as a small business owner, how I can promote the trust of the parents, okay? The parents that comes to my shop and they leave me their children. Oh my goodness. Sometimes they don't know me at all and they just leave their children and leave. oh my goodness, how we can create this trust in the customer. Or what about the genuinely, how I can create the trust in my customer when I told them that I have 30 years of experience selling gold. Is not me because I'm 39, so I didn't start when I was 9 years old. But that's what happened, right? My mother started. How she started this business 30 years ago. How my customer can believe on me. And remember, I'm in a small, tiny island where they can believe it that what I'm going to sell to them is real gold and I'm not selling any other metal. Okay, so all of these kind of things are important for your customer. PDCA, I'm almost done, people, with this part. PDCA cycle, act, plan, do, and check. It doesn't need too much, right, staying forever here, but that's something important for you to think because we're going to see it now in the activity again. And I'm going to be done with this part. This is the explanation of the same, how we can implement it. For example, let me see something. Training programs. Look at this. Provide access to all the employees to the programs. For example, certain ways so they can improve. Okay. What else we can do here? Let me check. Work standard. We mentioned that in many courses. Specify the rules. Specify the rules, the explanation to the employees. Okay, all of these parts. Oh, let's keep going here. I think I went so fast. Yes, I think but that, let me see, just to make sure. Yeah, that's the following chapter. But yeah, that's enough. Okay, here, how to avoid mistakes. Remember that we mentioned before, cutting a step to provide the best product and service to the customer. So some mistakes we make or some things to avoid. For example, in the transportation, look at the example here. Practice that Toyota, they do to avoid the waste. Okay, so another way to see in the transportation, inventory, motion, you will see example of different companies here like General Electric, Toyota, etc., because this is years and years implementing system that improve the efficiency on the companies. Okay, that's the reason why you see this. Let me show you because this part you will see on the activity. I want to make sure everybody have an idea. This part, yeah. I'm going to show you right now. I put it on the picture, yeah. That was the link management. You remember we mentioned the link management, avoiding the steps? That's why. You're going to see it in the activity now with me. That's what the explanation that you see on the screen is this part. Link management. Overproduction. Producing more than the customer needs. Something to think about, okay? So because those parts increase the waste, the trash. Let's say trash, but is waste in many areas. Not only trash like physical trash, also we waste a lot of resources when we have overproduction, okay? Opportunity loss, all of this part. And that's it in general in the chapter. So let me show you. Okay, nobody want to say something in the meantime? Let's gonna do the activity together and everything will make sense now. Let me show you my screen. You have questions or something else? Tell me. If you go in the top, remember these concepts because you will see on the activity, okay? So when we go to the top, activity 13, and some of you did it. I say the names already. Let's go to this one and let's do it together, okay? You click on take test and it will open for you. I'm gonna ask for your help because those are short, so you can read for me. And once we're done with that, you will be free soon. Okay, let's complete activity 13 together. 1, 3. Somebody wanna help me to read number 1?
I'll read the
Thank
number
you.
1.
Who is there? Gulchan. Okay,
Yes.
tell me. Tell me, Gulchan.
Is the ability of any organization to produce the desired results with the minimum expenditure of resources.
Yes, thank you, Gulchan. Thank you so much. Gulchan read us the number 1. Somebody wanna guess or Gulchan want to guess? It doesn't matter. You can
Is
say.
efficiency?
I see time. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear efficiency and who's Abdul? That was Abdul and Gulchan. Okay, I have you here. Let's go with the second. This system. Somebody wanna help me? This system explains.
Can I read, ma'am?
Yes, please. This is Abdul. No, this is Kang.
Abdul?
Ah, sorry. Sorry. I'm making
This
mistakes today.
system,
Okay.
this system explains the notion that quality is associated with the gap between the expectations and perceptions. It identifies the following 5 types of gaps that a service organization should examine and attempt to minimize. Is circle?
Sir, ¿cuál, Abdul, tell us?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And this is Nuruddin voice, I think. Okay, let's go with the number 3, people. Calls for a cycle. Number 3. Yes, please. Who said it? Who raised the hand?
Alpesh, ma'am.
Thank you, Alpesh. You did it. So you're going to say it right because you have 100. So tell me.
Calls for a cycle of continuous improvement. The first step is to plan for a change that would lead to improvement. The planning process requires data collection to make a decision. Regardless of the approach to quality management, all the decision making must be a data driven. Uh, PDCA cycle.
PDCA cycle. Thank you. That was challenging, and you said it right away. Thank you, Alpesh. Let's go with the number 4. Number 4, people. Somebody wanna give me
Can I
the?
read?
Thank you, Nuruddin.
Is the entire set of activities associated with the production of goods and service. The goal of such mapping is to identify any and all activities that provide no value to the customer.
Thank you, Nuruddin.
Uh, Value stream map.
Value stream map. Thank you for that. Let's go with the number 5, people. Use several techniques.
I can read number 5.
Thank you. This
Use
is Leticia voice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Use several techniques to achieve its ends. We have mentioned value stream mapping. Other techniques include just in time.
Yes, you said
Just in
it right.
time. Just in time inventory control. Quick changeover. A program to reduce setup times to make it more attractive to produce in smaller batches.
Yeah, kind of hard, this one. Somebody wanna try? Leticia wanna try? You can try. It doesn't matter. Come on.
Lean thinking.
Lean thinking. This is voice of Alex Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Yes, Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. I'm confusing you. I'm failing in my test. Okay, Rodrigo. And thank you so much for the answer. Number 6, somebody.
Teacher, can I?
Yes, please. Who is there?
Farzana.
Thank you, Farzana. Tell me.
Number 6 is often associated, at least in the public demand, with General Electric. It began at Motorola in the 1980s and was spearheaded by William Smith. 1125, the term comes represent the concept of the standard deviation, signify that the process produce only 3.4 defect per million opportunities. 6 sigma.
Thank you for Sana. That was a tough one that you chose. Thank you for telling us.
Thank you so much, teacher.
Thank you. Yes, that was hard. Let's go with the number. Those are easy. 7, 8, 9, and 10 people. This is nice. Okay, somebody wanna help me with the 7?
Yes,
Thank you. Who is there?
Tuang Mai.
Oh, thank you, Tuan Mai. Tell
All
me.
right, learn thinking respecting a program up to Alice Smith made up of from up way in an organization. It's true.
Thank you, my dear Tuan. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Number 8. Somebody wanna help me?
I
Let's go with
go
number
ahead,
8.
Shabnam.
Somebody.
Shabnam, you read.
Shabna, you wanna read?
Yes, I'm reading. For any production or service process, one could map out all the currently existing steps and then remove those that do not add value to the customer.
Thank you, Shabna.
True.
Thank you, true. Okay. Somebody wanna help me with the almost done. Number 9 and 10, we are done. Somebody.
There are 7 sources of waste in manufacturing processes.
Thank you, Nuruddin.
True.
True, right? Okay, beautiful. And number 10.
No, yes, number 10.
Yes, now we are going to 10. You say already 9, and you say
Yeah.
true, which
I
is
can
correct.
try the number 10, but I'm not sure.
It's
There are
okay.
7 sources of waste in service process. Is it true?
That was Bruna. Thank you,
Yay.
Bruna. Thank you so much for your voice. You said it right. Okay, so thank you for trying and say it right. Doesn't matter, people. You can, if you're not sure, you can try.
100% A.
I love when you say, I knew you're going to say that. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.
Ma'am, can I see number 2, please?
Yes, Jasmine, I'm going for you, okay? 1 second.
Perfect, well.
Yeah, I'm going to stop recording.